This week from the internet. Hasbro lit up Ghostbusters Day with a tease of more Ecto Glow, proving once again that when it comes to nostalgia, Hasbro ain't afraid of no fan service. Plus, AMC is tempting moviegoers with a 17-inch popcorn bucket. Because if you're lining up for Fantastic Four, that might be the only hedge you're getting. And NECA's Comic-Con exclusive has the Turtles ready to hang 10. But at this point, maybe it's time to just hang it up. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Ooh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man whose only connection to Jeffrey's List is signing up for the Toys R Us Birthday Club. Bill!
Hi, everyone. And that's not right. I never once signed up for the Jeffrey's Birthday Club.
Was that even a thing when we were kids? Was there a Jeffrey's Birthday Club? Or is that even a thing ever? Was that ever a thing? Maybe I made that up.
I mean, it sounds plausible.
It sounds like you can sign up to have like Paw Patrol call you now. I don't know if Jeffrey ever called us. Yeah. But you were saying that you did sign up for something because you would get the big book in the mail every year.
Right. They were tracking
and that was
somehow.
That was a real birthday surprise. Because that would come right around December, and that's when my birthday is. So that was my.
Did they ever do birthdays at Toys R Us?
Ooh, I don't know. But for a while there, they were doing things on Saturdays like Pokemon card something and like Lego where you could build a little something.
Yeah.
So they were trying. I don't know.
Could you imagine? Here's the thing.
What would it be?
Here, listen. I know
you got it.
All
right.
I have a plausible theory.
Yeah.
The parents make a monetary, not so much contribution, but a monetary.
Well, sure. It's not a charity.
Right. So they pay for the party. Say like how Michael's has that one little craft room where they host the parties.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
The parents prepay for a shopping spree.
Oh, yeah.
With X amount of money attached to it.
Yeah.
For like a minute. And then you get to have your own Toys R Us shopping spree. With all of your friends cheering you on.
Oh, that is the dream. I do wonder if it's plausible. Maybe you know what they could do is they could set up a fake aisle and have the toys that your parents prepaid for. Because you wouldn't want kids like grabbing Nintendos and shit. Like that wouldn't, because you'd have to take them back. Like your parents didn't sign up on that.
Stays with me.
I thought you were going to get some X-Men.
It's not like Supermarket Sweep where they always getting those hams and everything. And
those hams, yeah, they know what's up. Yeah.
The food was all going bad on that show. The secrets of that show.
Because they filmed like 1 million shows a day and the lights were on and they probably didn't have the coolers because it would make noise. Exactly. You can't have the cooler sound. So if you were that last show, that food probably smelled really gross.
Right.
But don't tell us that. Secrets of TV. Next thing you're going to tell me is you're not really in the same room with me. And no one's going to believe that.
I've been having altered, like, perception all week. Like, I feel like I'm in some kind of simulation all week long.
Is it because of all the AI I've been sending you?
No, it's basically, like, memory-based. Like, really quick.
Oh.
I mean, you kind of went sideways with whatever turtle thing that I was trying to send you.
Yeah,
so it didn't have anything to do with surfing turtles.
No.
It had 100% with me almost dying yesterday.
Oh, do you want to talk about that?
We can, but we can record
that's
your
news
hooks
to me.
First. Right.
No.
Well, that's why the thing
I need to hear this first.
That's why the hook was, these turtles will be the death of me. And then I needed something a little bit more to that because yesterday we had terrible weather up here.
Snow?
And
no,
rain.
Snow. Like rain? Rain.
Just
okay.
rain like you have down there.
It's June. No, you ain't got rain like we got. It's a little, but the conditions are different up there. A lot more like hills and mud and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So the day before it was extremely hot. It was about 97 degrees. So we had set up tents, and I had left work in the torrential downpour. And I was like, I gotta collapse my tent. So I went on a lunch break. I'm driving home, and I head over the bridge to get to my side of the town. And there's a huge snapping turtle in the middle of the road. Mm-hmm. And I'm the type of person, I'll get out and I'll move a turtle. Sure. Usually. I don't know if you're like crazy that, person. But up here.
Not a snapping turtle.
So,
nope. Also salmonella. Not worth it.
Right. So, I'm the type of guy, I've got a pair of gloves in the car in case I go to the Goodwill bins or in case I need to pick something up that's dirty, like a turtle.
Wait, hold on a second. I love that you're like, I'm the type of guy, I got gloves in my trunk. And if you had stopped right there, people would have been like, oh, what a man's man. But then you're like, to go to Goodwill bins. Sure. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's the kind of guy you are.
I have all the accoutrements in the car. Like, I packed the car out, so I have like a go bag, and then I have the zip ties, and I have all sorts of stuff in the trunk.
The bleach, I
have a tarp.
The tarp,
I have all that stuff.
Everything, just in case. You never know.
Just in case you need it, yeah.
You never know.
You never know. In our hobby, if you see something on the side of the road and it's raining out or you need it covered, you need these things.
There you go.
You need to latch it to something. You need to bind something up. It's there.
I have a pair. Well enough. Yeah.
I have a pair of cut-resistant gloves that I bought at Dollar Tree. Say what you will about them. That's fine. With the intention of using them for Goodwill.
I think we need to test.
I haven't used them
yet. Test those out.
Right. So I'm driving home, trying to get to the house. It's pouring rain. I see this large mass in the middle of the road, and I'm like, great, it's a turtle. And this is a very busy road, so there's no one behind me. So I pull over. I get my gloves. I start putting them on. I step out. I'm walking towards the turtle. He sees me. He turns a little bit. I go around him. All of a sudden, this car comes down the hill.
Ooh.
It's not stopping. Yeah. And I'm like waving my hands. Yeah. She sees me about 10 feet. She stops 10 feet from where I'm standing.
Oh, my God. In the rain?
In the rain.
Oh, my God.
There's a car coming right behind her. He had to veer off into the woods. I almost caused such an accident trying to save this turtle. I grab the turtle from the back. It snaps its head up.
Yeah.
At me. It misses me. Yeah. And I just carry it like a platter over to a guardrail and drop it over the side of the road. And then walk back. The woman then rolls her windows down. She goes, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, don't worry about it. It's raining. She's like, well, I can't see anything. And I'm like, well, you're also driving 40 miles an hour in a 20 mile per hour zone, but whatever. I walk past the car that she's in, and she rolls her window down. She goes, I'm so sorry. I can't see anything. And I'm like, why are you out driving?
Yeah, what? I'm blind.
We obviously probably go into work.
Sorry. I'm blind.
So I got back into the car, and like I completely ignored the guy that went off the side of the road because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that guy. That guy's probably so pissed off at me right now, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Forget about the woman who was startled because of the turtle and me in the road, but the guy in the guy in the woods, I was like, nope, forget it, and I'm out of here.
He's on his own. I hope he's a guy. I hope he's the kind of guy that has gloves in his trunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
he managed. Man. I was just like, oh shit. So then I get home and I'm like, well, I almost died. Time to go do another 6 hours of work.
You really almost died. That's
I did.
Something else.
Yeah.
That's either a super villain, probably not superhero origin story, because it's like Shredder's origin, like those damn turtles.
Right.
I will die on turtle soup.
Yes.
Wow. So so now you've had this experience. Would you do anything differently the next time this scenario pops up? Because it's, I say this with total respect for the animal kingdom. It's just a turtle.
I know.
It's just a turtle.
Just a turtle. I get it. The turtle wasn't happier that I moved it. I know.
It probably was going the other direction.
No, it was going the direction that I sent it in.
He wanted to cause.
Yeah, that was it. He
was there. It's like a final destination, but with animals.
It was.
No one's done that.
And that's how I feel now. Well, that's how I feel now. It's like, did I somehow cheat death?
Yeah. It's like when you go back in time.
So
Butterfly affected the future. So the next thing that happens that's not great, we can blame it on that turtle.
Well, I did manage, because I saved the turtle, I feel like universally I was able to get a Labubu for the Pop Mart drop later on in the evening.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I brought this up last week, you seemed to not really care about Labubu. Did I inspire you to start caring about Labubu?
No, my daughter was
you?
My daughter was like, well, I'd like a Labubu. And my wife was like, well, this is how we have to get them, because all the other ones are counterfeit.
Which I think is just as well.
I've seen some odd ones. They're called Lafufus. Yeah, the Lafufus.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's fine. I'm not at the point where I care if it's legit. I don't even want one. My son does not like them, which is great.
Okay.
Keep not liking them. I think they're fine. They just look like it looks like a Monchichi, but like very mischievous.
Right. Well, the acquisition of getting at least the keyring ones is very interesting. So.
Okay. What physical store can you go to buy one?
I believe it's Pop Mart.
So that's the only store that sells them? They don't sell them like in Barnes & Noble or other places?
I don't think they sell them at Barnes & Noble. I think they might sell them at some specialty shops, maybe like an Asian specialty shop or something like that.
That's where you find Gizmo. I want to go down
that's true.
Looking for Labubu's. I found Gizmo.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's a story for another time. Yeah, so you're getting the keychain ones that come in the box?
Right.
And then the bigger ones do not come in a box?
I don't know if they do. I don't think there's
there's like
I haven't done a lot of research.
One, right? Like a soft vinyl bag, crunchy bag one. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what comes in the box.
I think these accessory ones are the ones everyone's after.
Okay.
The small Labubu.
I need to dig into it a little bit more.
Well, I sent you that TikTok of that user who said that she had hacked how to get and I followed that, and that paid off.
That worked.
But it's tricky. It's very tricky. Yeah. If you're not familiar with how like the Pop Mart storefront works, is that you get a digital like display box with digital copies of the blind box in them, and you're allowed to pick the blind box that you want. And then once you have it in your cart, you're allowed to kind of have some guesses as to what it is. And if you don't want it, you can release it back to the box and start again. But with these Labubus,
get back in line?
There's no line, but there are bots, which you and I are very familiar with the bots.
Yeah, our old friends.
So they kind of creep in and buy whole cases. But then there's obviously a Reddit for Labubu. And what people do who have faster internet and everything, they will pick up a whole case and then they will do drops. Like they'll drop one saying, I'm going to drop this one in 20 seconds. And it will pop up physically in that space. And you can click it and add it to your cart. So.
And is it more?
I managed to get 3 last night, which was great.
I feel old. God, this makes no sense to me. This whole process.
It's just like it's just another form of hunting as far as I'm concerned, like toy hunting,
virtual
just like different.
Hunting?
Yeah, it's just like different.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that
different
world.
Different kind of itch to scratch. I feel like.
When I was your age, we used to go to Toys R Us at midnight. And all the toys were from a movie that was coming out at a later date. So we had to pretend we knew which characters people were not going to
I don't have to wait in line for this. I just had to sit on my phone and hit refresh. It's much better.
Is it better? It's different.
No, it's not. No. But I got a happy kid, so that's what's important.
There's no camaraderie with the online stuff. You're not there.
I feel like there is
people.
because they do the username in the Reddit at least, because you go into you don't go into Reddit, you go into the chat of the Reddit.
Oh my god!
And that's where
Reddit
it's more active.
Live chat. Oh yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I don't think I've ventured that far to see the live chat. I just keep refreshing the live feed, like for wrestling pay-per-views.
The live chat's pretty wild.
Okay, I have to check into that.
Feels like the New York Stock Exchange.
Which is another thing that I only know about through movies. And it's like, what? Same. People running around like with ticker tape? Like, I know it's much different now. I need to see what that was really like. Because I still don't know how stocks work, because it's like, I'm selling this. All right, well, who's buying it? Like, you have to have someone to buy it. I don't know. It's all witchcraft. It's not real. None of this is real. We're in the Matrix. That's why you felt like things were shifting.
Yeah,
you're starting 100%. To see through.
I
felt like that a little
simulation.
Bit. Absolutely. I felt like that a little bit this week because my wife changed out the sink in the bathroom, and I had this epiphany that, you can like change things in your house. You don't have to just keep it until the house like deteriorates to the point where you can't use it. I didn't realize we were allowed and that we could do it ourselves. We don't have to pay like a plumber to come. We can just do it, and that's allowed.
How easy was the sink to replace?
It was super easy. The hardest part was like if something was like on there tight. But she got this cool tool that must have been 3D printed, and it has like, it's like a cylinder, and like each end has different shapes meant for different things, and you just pop it on there and it helps you turn. So easy. I changed out the garbage disposal because our garbage disposal was broken, and that was also very easy. I'm like, holy shit, what else? I'm looking around. I was like, what else can we fix? Because I seriously just like, I'm not paying someone to come, and I'm like, I'm just living in what I got. But it's like, no, you can improve your life. You don't have to live with just what you're given. You can go out and make changes. So I'm walking on it. I'm walking on air this week. I'm like, what else? How else can I improve my life? Open up a t-shirt shop? We were talking about that, you and I, coming up with names, because like I have all these ideas for t-shirts. I know some people don't like how we use AI, but listen, I'm not gonna hire someone to do it because I ain't got no money. Maybe in the future, if we start making some money off these t-shirts, I can hire a real artist. But gonna open a t-shirt shop. I was floating some names with you. I like the reluctant adult duds, because duds means clothing, but also, you know, it could be duds like wah wah. Like that episode of The Simpsons, that very weird episode of The Simpsons where they go to a vacation house and they're playing like the mystery date board game that they found, and then Milhouse, the card for the dud looks like Milhouse. I think is what the joke was. And that's the one where Bart gets a girlfriend, I think, maybe, and it's like one of the girls from Roseanne, or am I conflating two of them?
I think
there's a girl though, right? He like likes a girl, and he leaves Milhouse to like be on his own. Yeah, and there's something like that. So anyways, working on that. Lots of stuff going on. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about toys. Actually, one more thing. We have to do this because this is very helpful. So we are going to do your favorite section, your favorite part of the show, my favorite part of the show. This is hooks. So we're gonna read off our headlines for things that we hope to talk about tonight, but who knows what's gonna happen. So we're gonna switch off. You have your hooks in front of you. Are you gonna do some of them, or you want me to do all of them?
I think I can muster the strength.
Very good. All right, I'm gonna start first.
I had my little temper tantrum, so I think
no, it's fine. No one saw that. We're not using that footage. So here we go. All right,
you should.
First
it was
one.
Great.
Well, I might use it then. All right, here we go. PMI Toys is swing. All right, off to a good start. Here we go. Let me move this over so I can see. I'm gonna see it without looking my eyes too far. All right, here we go. PMI Toys is coming out swinging with their UFC Octagon fighters. Blind box figures packed in mini punching bags that land a solid hit with collectors and fight fans alike. All right, your turn.
Okay. Wow. These bears are bringing feelings to a fist fight. Warner Brothers is turning the Care Bears into a live-action movie, and emotional damage has never looked this marketable.
So I'm really excited about this, and hopefully we'll get to talk about this. If not this week, next week. I think I did like an AI, like what would a live action Care Bear look like, and I was like, that's great, I love that. And I posted that a couple of weeks ago, and then this week they announced, or it's a rumor or whatever. I was like, yes, I made this happen. I brought this into the world. So we'll hopefully get into that more. All right, next one. I gotta move this over again. Excuse me. Here we go. All right. NECA drops new Wednesday Addams figure. Unfortunately, she looks more like Slim Shady than Spooky Chic. Somewhere, Jenna Ortega just blinked twice for help. We've all seen that figure right now. All right, your turn.
I don't know if I have. Hasbro's Gamerverse Wolverine slashes into shelves, but fans worry his single-jointed elbows won't cut it.
Yeah, it won't cut it. It's a pun. Ghostbusters Day with full-on... One more time. Ghostbusters Day was a full-on ectoplasmic experience, with Carrie Coon and McKenna Grace joining fans who all agree bustin' still feels damn good.
Hasbro lit up Ghostbusters Day with the glowing reveal of more Ecto Glow Ghostbusters, proving, once again, that when it comes to nostalgia, they ain't afraid of no fan service.
Ain't afraid of no fan service, eventually. Like, much too late, but that's okay. All right, here we go. This one, I'm proud of this one. Here we go. AMC is tempting moviegoers with a 17-inch $80 Galactus popcorn bucket. Because let's face it, if you're lining up for Fantastic Four, that might be the only head you're getting. Wink. There it is.
Oh.
I love that one. We got to make sure to talk about that.
That's a good
All
one.
right, you're right. You go.
These Marvel Legends pre-orders vanished in a snap. Because when it comes to plastic superheroes, fans assemble fast.
There you go. That one I didn't. I was just like, give me... I was like, ChatGPT, give me something. And I was like, that's fine. I don't care. All right, finally. NECA's SDCC exclusive has the Turtles ready to hang 10. But at this point, maybe it's time to just hang it up. Right? Come on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. All right, very good. So let's start off this week with... Don't click stop. Okay, you're still good.
I was clicking the tab so I could see you again.
You got me worried. I don't know what's happening. I just see a finger coming to the screen. I was like, Scott, no. All right, so PMI Toys, I believe they're a Canadian-based toy maker, but they make some stuff that I actually know about. Like they make there were these little reading figures. That's like they break open. They have the mini book inside. They reached out and they were like, "Hey, would you like us to send you some of our new UFC Octagon fighters sold exclusively at Walmart?" And I said, why, yes, I would. So they were kind enough to send both Bill and I a full box of 6 Octagon fighters, even though an Octagon has 8 sides. That's okay. We'll get to that. There, look at that. Look at that. And I love the display. Like this, they should sell them like this in this little gift box. So I was at Walmart today, and I went over to the media section is where they have like the collector stuff, and they had a box of them with only 2 left, so they're selling well. So you can see here of the video I took. This is what they look like before you rip them open. All the ones I'm going to show off tonight are ripped open because I got them and I opened one and I have no impulse control. So I was like, let's open them all. But Bill, thankfully, did not open them. So Bill, do you want to open one right now so that we can have some unboxing?
One. So I opened one just because my kid was like, what's this? Because anything that comes in a box, he's like, what's this? And I was like, I don't know. And my wife's like, it's from Canada. And I said, I don't remember ordering anything from Canada.
Canada?
So
what do they make? Maple syrup?
Yeah, but wood. And what else?
Wood.
Smoke. Like
sure. Get that smoke.
Canadian wildfires. That's what it is.
Oh.
So yeah, it comes in a nice little, like, this could go so many ways. Oh, it's like a little lanyard. That's fun. It clips out.
Oh yeah, it's a little clip for your keychain.
Yes, I didn't even. Yes.
If you want the biggest keychain ever,
right? Well, I wonder if it's waterproof, if it can float.
Oh well, maybe.
Put your keys
Bring that
in
out
there
with
or
you.
something.
Yeah, it's very nice. So
I'm
it's
a
like a
big
heavy
fan.
bag, punching
It
bag.
is.
It's very
Yep.
cool.
Very nice.
Like
So what I like about this
here.
packaging over other blind box packaging is that it has only one.
Yes. Not a lot of
item.
waste.
Not a lot of waste. It just comes right off, and then rather than it's got a twist.
Yeah.
It's got a twist instead of a pull out, so it twists. So there's a bit of a lock to it.
Yep.
Let's see. Put that down there. Then you get your little octagon fighters, which they're all their
pamphlets. Yeah.
Pamphlet, which they're
not
actual,
pictures of the toys. So my son was having trouble like matching up the figures to the character because
I was hoping I opened
photographs.
one, and I was hoping to get somebody that I would immediately recognize based off of the back of this because I am unfamiliar with UFC.
Right, that's the thing.
But,
I'm aware of it. I remember like back in the day, like Randy Couture and whatever, and then Brock Lesnar, obviously. But like, I don't follow the current product. But that actually did not hinder my enjoyment of these in any way.
So 2 bags.
2 bags,
within.
Sure.
What should I open first? The character or the accessories?
Yeah, open the character. I want to see what
character first. All right. So let's see. Ooh, I see these pink briefs.
Ooh, is it a lady?
Is it a lady? Nope. Oh.
No, it's a rainbow hair guy.
Yes.
There he is. All right. Very toyetic. Right.
So this is
his Bret Hart inspired gear. No, probably not. He's got puffy like clown hair.
So this is Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. There you go. So, good Irish boy, presumably.
And he is a bantamweight.
Whatever that means.
But Bantam. I like he's got all his tattoos tampoed on.
Yeah, the tattoos are like super detailed. I'm gonna open mine while you do that.
Yeah.
Here's my box. Get that in my nice camera here. You can see it.
And then he comes with a nice resting stool.
A resting stool? Yeah, they all come in a little like in scale accessory.
Right. So I think I opened one before, and I thought when I first opened the first figure, I thought it was actual like swappable hands because they were gloves. But...
Right. And another one comes with shoes, so I was like, "Oh, can you put these on?" But no, they're just accessories.
There we go. So you can put the stool on his head.
Put the stool on his head. Yep.
As you would.
Not that kind of stool. Wow.
Oh.
I love the presentation of this. Look at these little guys here.
Oh,
look at this little. It's a flight. It's a flight of blind boxes. It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right, and then so for the smaller accessories, which you get a piece of the octagon.
You get a piece of the octagon.
That doubles as a display stand singularly.
Look, I opened the same exact one that I went to first. I already opened these, so I just have the figure already open. But here's
there we go.
His name Sean O'Malley.
There he is. Sean O'Malley.
Father Sean O'Malley.
There he is on his.
Look at that.
And they all puzzle piece together, which is great.
Right. Now, here's my, not even a criticism, just something to be aware of. They don't connect, like interlock in any way, the ring pieces. So, like, you got to put them on a flat space, and then, like, if you want to, like, glue them together or something, I don't know. But, like, yeah, there's no way to lock them in there.
And then you get a holographic card.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's, like, lots of little things that are really cool.
Yes.
Very nice.
And then you get 2 stickers. You get Sean O'Malley's UFC sticker.
His name.
His name. And then
Sugar?
you get
Sugar Sean.
His
briefs.
His briefs.
His tights? What are they called? Trunks.
His
trunks. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not a sticker guy, but I guess you could, like, put this on the back of your laptop, like, wherever you put the Apple sticker. Like, they stopped giving Apple stickers with new things, so you could put that on.
Well, I'm going to put this on my reluctant adult's microphone right now.
For this week. Unless they want to be a permanent sponsor, make sure that comes off.
There we go.
In order to here's some quick. Oh, look at that. That's great.
Yeah.
I hope they appreciate that. So quick math, octagon, 8 sides. So you need 8 pieces, but you actually need 9 because the centerpiece is a separate piece. So this is like the little cog that connects all the sides. So these cost like $10 at Walmart. I think that's the only place you can find them right now. I mean, that's enough. Like if you're in Walmart, you're good to go. I think these are awesome. Now, hear me out. If you're familiar with like the history of wrestling toys, you probably know about Sofubi, which is a Japanese line. I think these were like technically the first wrestling, like pro wrestling figures. Like I think that's Hulk Hogan's first action figure was a Sofubi. And they look very similar to this style, where it's like arms down. Here's the Hulk Hogan Sofubi. I think this is a larger one, but they make like another scale in them. So it's like sort of like the face details are a little soft, like not super detailed, but then the logos are detailed. So that's like the juxtaposition of those two things. So I get those Sofubi vibes from these. So there's a female body and there's a male body, and then that's it. So they all share the whatever body that is.
I'm thinking they scale with these. They scale with these Simpsons figures.
They scale with the Simpson figures. Well, there you go. That sold me right there. Look at that. But you got arms. You got head articulation. So it's like use your imagination. You can take these on the road and have little matches. It's so much fun.
Fight.
So like as we mentioned, UFC not exactly our bag. I am a WWE
but toys are
wrestling fan. Well, we love toys, sure. But I'm just thinking like, okay, this company's doing this. You know, other companies are starting to make WWE toys. You see them with a little head finger or, thumb wrestlers.
Yeah.
There's like a squishy guys. There's like other companies making stuff in the toy aisle. So like, it's not outside the realm of possibility that this company could eventually move on to making WWE. So I just mocked up what would a John Cena look like if this company made them. And like, that's a very fun figure. Like you give him a little bit more character in the pose rather than the straight arms, but you don't have to. You can give him alternate arms if you want, but like, that's just a very fun toy.
So, and small is in. That's the thing too. Small is in.
Small. Well, that's the sign of the recession. Remember, you start collecting smaller things. But the octagon, the octagon has the cage. So you got the cage there. Look, I'm in a cage. Get me out of here. What's going on? Very fun. Oh, here's the stool. Look, I put it in the right thing. That's fun. Stool's on my head now. Anyway, so these are great. They sent these to us for free. I probably would not have bought them just like on my own, but now, knowing they exist, I hope they make like a property I care about, because these are like this is a very fun form factor for a toy. There were lots of, when Jax was making WWE, they made lots of like mini versions of the wrestlers, and I thought those were always a lot of fun. Those were like my favorite thing to collect. So I'd like to see a line, and like Mattel has tried to do it. There's definitely always like a kid line, but I don't feel like they've really struck that right balance. And I think this might be it, because it's simple enough, but you can still have a lot of fun with it.
Right.
So there you go. PMI Toys, UFC, Octagon Fighters. I think we have fulfilled our
thank you.
Requirements. Yes, thank you, PMI Toys. Please send us more things. I have kids. Send us all the kids' toys. Love it all. Our audience is, despite the name, our audience is mostly kids. Mostly
I got
kids
a lady.
From Australia. It's a lady. I have that. Well, yeah. I wonder if we got all the same ones. We'll have to do more of these off air.
The promo case? Yeah, maybe.
There's just like a promo case with no chases. Yeah. I was like, I really want to chase, but I didn't get it.
Oh, like they got the tattoo. She's got a pistol tattoo.
What? How is that allowed? In Walmart? Well, I guess that's okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in Walmart.
These are a lot of fun. I will be selling these on my whatnot. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep these forever, honestly. Maybe I'll customize them. Oh, that'd be fun. We make little Paul and Bill heads and pop them on there.
Oh.
going to give you the lady's body.
Yay.
All right. When we get back, literally everything else. We got a lot to talk about, and we will be right back. So the big thing that's saving movie theaters, it's not superhero movies, it's not the next blockbuster, it's not even these awesome reclining chairs that they put into my local theater. It's popcorn buckets. I think we can all agree. Single-handedly, or, some of them don't even have hands. Kernel by kernel, these popcorn buckets are saving the traditional movie theaters. Now, it's a little bit of a one-upsmanship between these movies because it's all started with the Dune popcorn bucket. It's trying to top that. That's still, I feel like, king of the mountain. Deadpool really whiffed on their options. But this new one, it's so insane in terms of the size and the price that I think we might have a new most fucked up. Like, the fact that it exists is real fucked up. So for the Fantastic Four, AMC will be selling a 17-inch tall, $80 lights and sounds, at least lights, Galactus head. So you can see it here on your screen now. It's not a wearable helmet because it's got the face built in. I'm not sure if there are certain safety requirements that they would have to meet to make it wearable. Mm-hmm. But it's got lots of little details on there. Like he was printed. He looks like he's got like computer chip, like just little random bits and pieces to make him more detailed. He looks shiny. He's chrome. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? You gonna be adding this one to your collection?
No, I don't think I need to.
I don't think so. No.
But I think cool. It has many merits. I mean, sure. The price is up there.
Sure.
It's up there. Had heard.
Yep.
I think I had heard the most up until now the most expensive popcorn bucket was the Barbie bucket because you also had to buy the Barbie that came with it.
Well, you had to buy you didn't not everyone had to buy the Barbie doll.
Really?
On the website you could pre-order it and it was just the car. Nah, you got one pulled over on you, man. You didn't have to buy because the doll was just the regular doll. Although the doll was hard to find at the time, so it wasn't like the terrible deal.
Now I wish I was hit by that car. Ugh.
Oh, man. I would have just been sitting here like, where's Bill?
He's dead.
Stood me up again.
Yeah, my wife wouldn't have said anything. She wouldn't have told you.
She never would have told me. You would invite me to the funeral? Ah, damn. Would the turtle
Your
be
mom
there?
Would come
like
down
in a
and
trench
visit.
coat?
Be like, oh, did you hear? Bill died.
I'll be like, what? What bill?
I got a bill. It's in the mail. What?
Bill is in the mail. That's not funny. It's not funny to make people frown at them. Oh, you know what is funny though? There's also going to be a Herbie, and now Herbie is not just a popcorn bucket. He is a concession vessel because he can hold your popcorn, your drink, and your $20 candy.
Oh, wow.
Wow. It also comes with all those things, which means you have to pay for all those things. Oh, but look at it. He's got some articulation. Now, this one I would like to have because this looks like a straight up prop replica. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that his face is like that old timey, like reel to reel transfer or whatever. Because he's retro futuristic. That's the whole point of the this version. It's a futuristic version of the 1950s where some technology advanced, but some did not somehow. Not sure.
Oh.
I guess they don't have smartphones there. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing people posing with those.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see what people do with it. I think it lends itself. I told you to like the Marvel Legends crowd who wants to kind of build some kind of scene around just the head there.
Yeah, there's a lot. You pop that on your
there's a lot you can do with it.
Galactus. There's a lot you can do with that.
Yes.
All right, so we got that out of the way. Probably the biggest news of the day. We are recording on Saturday. Today is Ghostbusters Day. Happy Ghostbusters Day, Bill.
Oh, happy Ghostbusters Day, Paul.
How did you celebrate, other than almost being run over?
Well, that was.
And then you would have been a ghost, and you could have haunted the shop, and I would have had to bust you with my HasLab Proton Pack.
Oh, that's true.
So Hasbro had a presence at, I think they were at like Hook and Ladder or whatever, like the actual
right,
firehouse. Yeah. That's where everybody look at all this. These are some this is Ghostbuster news. They got some photos from inside.
Yeah, the
like
interior,
all the big
patches.
names came out. Jason Reitman was there in his gray hair and his flight suit and his little fuzzy mic that like everybody has now. McKenna Grace was there, really just like showing she's not a little like, kid anymore.
Are you in New York now? And they probably just got them. Like, I'm amazed Dan Aykroyd wasn't there.
Well, that's kind of weird. Yeah, none of the original
He'll show
guys.
up for, or Ernie Hudson. They'll show up for anything. Those guys.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't want to impose on them. So Hasbro they showed off some stuff. I didn't see if there were any updates to the Ecto 1. Did they share anything? I know it's like done, but like.
So I thought they were gonna have like a physical copy of the Ecto 1 there, but I don't.
Because they have one. Obviously,
yeah. Cardona saw it. He played around with it.
He did. Some other friends.
Yeah.
So they showed off some digital renders for a new 4-pack of the Ghostbusters 1. This is supposed to represent that final showdown, the rooftop showdown. So this, first of all, it's $100, which is not crazy for 4 figures. You get it's the same 4 figures from the Plasma collection, but with new heads, right? This is the same body. There's nothing different.
It's the same body. They have a different color, different shade of gray. I think it's a darker color.
Oh, the suit's a different color. Suits. Okay.
Yeah.
It does.
And
look
then
darker.
they all have serious head sculpts.
Yes, and some of them are not great. I don't think. I don't have a close up here. Take my word for it. I don't think the Peter head is good at all. I don't see Peter Venkman, Bill Murray in that likeness at all. I think Egon is an improvement, or at least as good. And that's really what people want here, because the Egon figure is the hard one. The other 3 guys, you could still probably get them for less than retail. So the Egon is really what people are buying here. So it'll be interesting to see what that does to the aftermarket of that original Egon. The other big thing that Hasbro showed off, they are doing an 84 Proton pack. Now, for a while, the word was it's not going to happen. But then they put out the 84 wand, and I was like, okay, well, they got to do the Proton pack. Like, they got to do it. And people are like, no, they're not going to. It's too much. They lost money on it or whatever. So they put up this thing for pre-order. It's not even a HasLab. You just go pre-order it. And it's less expensive than the original one. It's only $300. What did we pay for that HasLab? $400? $450?
Was it $3? It was $399. It was $400. Yeah.
There you go. So it's $100 less. More. It doesn't come with the wand. You have to buy the wand separately, but it comes with the hose.
But you had to do the same thing with the pack too. You had the HasLab.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Wand. I'm just saying, just you know, apples to apples.
Sure.
But it does come with the wand. The wand's not like a stretch goal. Like we were like, oh, we're not gonna get the hose. The hose was a stretch goal with the HasLab.
Yeah.
Like, what the? You're gonna sell it without the hose? What are you doing? So you get the hose. You don't get the wand. You're gonna buy the wand. You can buy the wand right now. You can pre-order the pack right now. So it's less. How is it less? So here's some things you don't get. You don't get the stand. We got a stand. You don't get the little marshmallow friends. That wouldn't make any sense. You don't get the little extra slime dripping off.
Or the marshmallow dripping off.
Right. That was like the early bird bonus.
Yeah.
You don't get like the stupid book. Like all the things they made up, they're like made of paper.
Right.
You don't get all the shit. You just get what you want. You get the pack.
You don't get. I don't think there's a rumble to the pack either. I don't think you get that.
That's interesting.
There's some interior.
That's interesting.
There's some interior stuff that you also
don't
get.
So they stripped out some of it to make it cheaper. I'm fine with that. But the one big plus to this one over Spangler's version is you can now power it through USB. So if you just want it on 24/7, you don't have to keep changing out those alkaline batteries. You can just plug this thing in. And that's a big plus. So the question is, Would you rather have this, or would you rather have the spirit version? Because how much is the spirit version, which is also 1-to-1, if not very close to it?
The spirit version's $199, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, and that one comes with the thrower. Comes with the wand.
Right.
So this is up for pre-order right now. Will I be getting it? No. Will you be getting it, Bill?
Maybe.
Okay, there you go.
And I say maybe because they don't charge you right away. So we have all the way till March of 2026.
March.
Yes.
March. And who knows what shape the world. Maybe the credit card companies will have crumbled Mr. Robot style. That's what I'm counting on.
Ooh.
I'm actually thinking about selling mine because I feel like the market will never be better than it is now. Like if anything else, people are gonna stop wanting the original one and just get this one.
Yeah.
But I think the original one is a better piece in that it's more detailed. It has more weathering, and it has those extra little bits that are kind of like it's too specific to that one pack in the movie. Right. But it's still very unique. So I'm happy to have mine. Or if someone would like to own it, if you're in the Central Florida area, because I'm not shipping it. If you want to come buy it from me, I still have the box and all. I have everything except the Stay Puft Slime, or like the little whatever early bird bonus. I sold that. Everything else, come buy it. Make me an offer. Yeah. So the other thing, Hasbro. It's funny. Hasbro. This Ghostbusters Day, they showed all this stuff that's like new, but not one goddamn new mold was created for any of this stuff. This is like all based on existing tooling, which is hilarious, but like, good for them. Good what they were able to do. So we knew that this San Diego Comic-Con, we were getting the exclusive Ecto Glow, 4-pack, but it looks like they're all going to be individually carded. And you can see it unpunched. Great. Perfect. Love it. They look great. Someone was like nitpicking the differences between these because they had to recreate the artwork. Like those. Yeah. They didn't, when they originally made these, they weren't like vector files that they could keep, but they look great. So our original complaint was no Lewis. He's the 5th figure in the wave, but Hasbro had this fun little timeline graphic, so you can see the very first thing. That's the 4-pack, and then it says item 2. Is this also being sold at Comic-Con? This is an Ecto 1, Ecto Glow, Ecto Glow, Ecto 1. Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's fun. I wonder how much that'll cost. That's very fun. I don't care. And then fall 2025. Whoa, who could it be? Who do these silhouettes mean? All these question marks, and then the silhouette of Slimer or Green Ghost and Stay Puft. And honestly, I think this is great because in that original Kenner line, there was never a variant of those toys.
No.
And like today, you would see molds reused all over and over. So like the fact that they're going to do glow in the dark version of Slimer and Stay Puft, sign me up. That's great. I love that. And then the 2026 mystery, again, who could it be? So this is obviously Lewis, unless they want to do a real curveball and make a Janine. And then this is one of the is this the vehicle that has like the 2 fly swatters in the front of it?
No, that's an unproduced Ecto Glow vehicle. Yes,
this is the unproduced one.
I sent you the link for it.
Oh, I missed it.
Show it to you. Yeah, sorry. It's okay. It got lost in all your chatter.
I know. I sent lots of notes today.
You do. Yeah. I'm like, what is all this?
This is something that we saw prototypes of, but it never came to market.
Correct.
Oh, that's very exciting then. Okay, I take back everything I said about there not being any new molds then. That's great.
Yeah.
So I think Hasbro is really doing a fun thing here. I don't know how these will be available other than Comic-Con for the first 2. But maybe just through Hasbro. But also, if these are like end up at retail, I wonder if then they'll also do Ecto Glow, like the 4 guys at retail. Like maybe getting them in the 4-pack with the box is the exclusive, but then you see them showing up at Target. I'd be fine with that. I'd be real fine with that. If anyone's mad about that, shut up. Paul wants to buy them at retail. I don't want to burn my one little Stevie pickup from Comic-Con on these. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on Ghostbusters Day and what Hasbro had to show?
I mean, I guess it's pretty decent. I'm never really a big fan of these event days like Alien Day and Ghostbuster Day that just are like, oh yeah, back in this date in 1984 the movie came out. It's like, okay,
yeah,
sure.
I mean, it's like, Jesus happened to be born on some day, whether it's December 25th or not, and then that's Christmas. You got to pick a day.
I get it. I get it.
We all agreed that March 10th is Mario Day.
Is it okay for me now? Can I now say that McKenna Grace looks like an old lady and not get chastised for it?
You're going to say she looks like an old lady?
She looks older.
You mean she looks like an adult? Not that she looks like a granny?
She doesn't look like a granny. She looks like she's... I don't even know.
Her style is a little, like, maybe classic. She's got classic style. She's trying to appear older. I don't know.
Carrie Coon there? She's barely in that second movie.
Carrie Coon barely in the second movie. We saw a lot more of her on White Lotus, if you know what I mean. While we're talking about Ghostbusters, we were not sent an early sample of Mondo's Peter Venkman Real Ghostbuster for some reason. I don't know. Even though we tried to play nice with Mondo, they never sent us shit. Even though their social media person was so happy with us. It was her first day, and she said, oh, you made my first day so great, we're going to send you something, and they never fucking did. So I don't know what happened there. We never got a straight answer, and they just never talked to us again. But anyways, they did send samples to Pixel Dan, and Have Some, which is obviously a Ghostbuster-themed podcast, at least, their origin is in that. So that's fine. I don't know so much about Pixel Dan getting one. He's not a Ghostbusters guy. He's a Ninja Turtle and He-Man guy. I wouldn't say he's a Ghostbusters guy, but they like his work. These look fine. I'm not, $100. I feel like $100 can be better spent elsewhere, but they look fine. They're not very posable, which I think is just like, they went with the aesthetic over functionality, which is fine. He can hold his particle thrower. That's fine. That's all you need. I don't love the legs. I don't love this little, where is it? This little lower section here that looks like the lower part of the Ninja Turtle front. You see, like from this is like how the zipper ends, but it just looks weird. Do you see what I'm saying about it? Looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of a toe. He's got a little bit of a toe showing. Also, the Proton stream does not have much color in it. I thought these were supposed to be more colored, but maybe it just doesn't pick up right on camera. I guess it's a little blue. Is that what color it was supposed to be?
I don't remember. I remember hints of yellow and blue.
Yeah. So they got two heads. The one head, here's like the mean mugged head. I think the heads look great. I wish the bodies were a little more articulated, but again, they went for that clean aesthetic, and you can't argue with that. So obviously, definitive cartoon version, better than the Diamond Select version. It's sad that they cost so much, and this will be, an elusive item. Not a lot of people are going to own these comparatively. Everyone that grew up with the real Ghostbusters, not all of us are going to be able to own the Mondo Ghostbusters. At this price, again, we have not confirmed if it's like a licensing thing where like Hasbro, like you can make Ghostbuster toys, but they have to be over $100. Like that's the cutout, the carve out in the license with Hasbro. If that was the case, I kind of wish they were just 12 inches. Like I feel like I would have been more likely to get it, like more bang for your buck. Because like I don't care about the large ghosts. I don't want Sam Hain or however you say it, or Sandman. Like I just don't want those. Like I'd want more Kenner stuff. But that's a whole other deal. I do like the ghost in the trap. I think that's very fun. I much prefer this. I don't need the big version. Just give me the little like being trapped version. I love that. So I'm a little salty at Mondo, but that's fine. They look fine. I don't know if I'll ever own a Mondo figure. Do you think you'll ever own a Mondo figure?
No, looking around, I have to own less figures.
Oh, I'm starting to list stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like I'm getting out of the toy game. I'm getting out of the toys I currently own game, so that then I can feel better about buying new stuff. Because it's like I'm just a hoarder. I'm just a hoarder at this point. Look at shake my desk, all the little things, and I got some Octagon fighters here to throw on the cherry on top. But I was at Ross today, and I turned the corner, and I saw that familiar Mego box, and I was like, yes! Because last week, or the week before, I found Penguin at Ross, and I was like, oh, yeah. And I showed him off here. I took his clothes off. And I was like, great, more. But then it was just 4 more penguins on the hook here. It was just 4 more penguins. Oops, all penguins. So I guess Penguin's the one that really did not sell well. He's being shipped out to the Ross around here. Here was a note from Mondo that says that the figures had been delayed.
Oh.
They delayed them. Maybe they delayed them just so that they give the first sample to Pixel Dan. Wouldn't that be something? Sorry, little Jimmy, you can't have Ghostbusters for your birthday because Pixel Dan has to be the first one to review them. He's got exclusive review rights. No, that's not true. All right, here is a picture of NECA's upcoming Wednesday Adam figures, and then this character. I'm not familiar with the show. Who's this character? Blonde hair. She got like Harley Quinn highlights in there.
Is she a werewolf? I don't know. She's the girl. She's the woman.
Maybe.
She's the actress from the Minecraft movie.
That doesn't.
The older sister,
Jason Momoa. I can't, honestly. There's a girl in the Minecraft. I can't. Was she in any of the marketing? I can't picture it.
She's the older sister that works at the chip factory.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
When it's on streaming for free. So, anyways, they're making these 3 figures. I guess these are like the Mego bodies, like soft goods, 8-inch. They do.
Yeah.
People seem to think that the Jenna Ortega sculpt here looks a lot like Eminem. And I was like, let's see. So I found this picture of Eminem, and I put it next to it. And, the eyes, I really do.
Okay.
I really do see the eyes. This sort of that, like, what's the expression? 50-yard stare or something like that? Like, 100-yard stare. Like, I could see it. It's not a good Jenna Ortega. It's not a great likeness. And I think these are supposed to be more realistic. Like, they're not the cartoon figures. Like, they're supposed to look like the people they're supposed to look like. Mm-hmm. So people were having a lot of fun with that, with NECA. So NECA, not a good one for NECA. But NECA, their bread and butter is turtles. And they showed off their 2025 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive turtle set, and it is a 4-pack of turtles dressed to go to the beach with surfboards. Yay. And Donnie has a like Monopoly Man hat for some reason. Is that what he wears to go?
I don't know.
Is
there a specific beach episode that I haven't seen? There must be. Just make these
there must
things.
be. They like those blink and you miss moments. They don't usually make up stuff for the cartoon turtles. So everyone gets a surfboard. There's like a wave, that you can pose them on top of.
Right.
The shirts are sculpted. So 3 of the guys have sculpted shirts. Michelangelo is going topless. But then the board shorts are all soft goods, which is choice. So that's a little inconsistent in terms of like toy texture, which is kind of weird. But here you can see them all hanging out and rap. I don't know why that's so funny to me. The one, like, if you're like, nah, I don't care about these, I don't need these. The one thing that may change your mind is these are the first pinless Toon Turtles. So, but they're not, you can't take these shirts off. So it's not other than Michelangelo, who you could strip him down and he can be a bear turtle.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird. It's very niche. They're getting very niche. They're running out of stuff. But I'm sure it'll still sell out because it's turtles and it's the main turtles. And I don't know if we got a price on this. I heard people guesstimating $200, which is $50 a turtle. That seems a little outrageous. But it's a Comic-Con exclusive. We'll see. Not for me. I think my days of NECA box sets are over. I have a bunch of those. Again, if you live in the Central Florida area and you would like the entire run of the NECA Toon Turtles from the website or the Loot Crate, if you'd like those, including the t-shirts and all the extra stuff, please let me know. Hit me up. The Reluctant Adult Podcast at Gmail. So that's it. Jada also showed off. First they teased. Actually, this is all officially they've done, is tease their Street Fighter San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, which is the fiery corpse of the player that was opposing either Dalsim. Dalsim does his fire breath. This is what you get if you're playing against him. And then I think M. Bison also has a fire move. There's lots of people with fire moves. So there's a red and there's a blue. Someone had like art of the actual figure, so spoilers, it's going to be a Dhalsim in one set and M. Bison in the other set, and they come with, the fire throwing or fire breathing actions, but the colors are a little weird. It's not the like player one character colors, but they will come with alternate heads that you can pop or plop, whatever you want, on those player one color characters. So Dhalsim did not come with fire breath, and that was like one of the why not? They saved it for the Comic-Con exclusive, so there you go. But while we're talking about that, I do want to show off one thing. So I thought, I was on Instagram and I was seeing everybody posting these teases, and I was like, okay, well, if I can do it too, but like, what's the point? So I was like, how can I make mine look a little different? So I just threw it into AI, and I was like, look at this. It was a still image, and then it gave it a little bit of rotation. That's fun. And I was like, what else can I do? And I didn't post them, but I made them like dance. I made them do all sorts of things, and people are like, I don't like the AI. And I was like, scroll on by. Nobody's forcing you to watch it.
Keep on scrolling.
Keep on scrolling. I get every day, get these comments. I don't like the AI. And I was like, but I like it. Stop. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Leave me alone. But no, I hear you. Not everything's going to be AI.
No.
Someone put out who knows if it's true, but apparently, allegedly, Warner Brothers is working on a live-action Care Bears movie, and I could not be more excited. I grew up loving Care Bears. I had all the little plastic toys. I had the cloud car. I had like the other vehicle with the rainbow on top that rolled. I had the cloud sweeper man, and there was like a bad guy too. I don't even remember. Yeah. But did you like Care Bears? Were you into Care Bears growing up?
We enjoyed the little plastic figures and the Care Bear cousins. And
the cousins. I love the cousins.
The cousins were fun, and the play set was always enjoyable.
What was the play set?
It was like a heart, and there was a slide. Anytime you can incorporate a slide element into a play set, I know it's very easy, but I always enjoy a good slide element.
Oh, that is a fun feature. Here it is. No, I didn't have this. Oh my God. It's got it's like the round table, the Knights round table. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. I'll have to look into that. My son has been watching the new Care Bears on Netflix, and that show is actually very good because they do pop culture references. There was one episode where they had straight up proton packs. They were Care Bear themed, but they were proton packs. And in another episode, they formed the Megazord, and they were in the cockpit. So it was either Voltron or Megazord. I prefer Power Rangers, so I'm going with that. But I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then, they're just like the quintessential stuffed animal. It's like a bear. It's a color. It's a solid color. It's got a fun shape. And then you shoot a gun out of your belly. How do you beat that? A cute thing that shoots a laser beam out of its belly, and it changes your mood. It makes you happy.
Pairing. Yeah.
Oh, it's the perfect property. And it all came from greeting cards. Remember we saw those really creepy looking ones that company was going to make toys of before they, that Chinese company took all their Earthworm Jim toys.
Oh, yeah, was that what was going? Oh, okay, so Premium DNA was doing those
Premium
ones?
DNA.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to them? Did anybody ever get their Earthworm Jim? No. Oh, that's too bad. You got to pay your companies. I'd love to know more. If anyone from that company would like to talk to us, please let me know.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got going on here? What else did we do a hook for? Oh, got to talk about Marvel Legends because people love Marvel Legends. So Hasbro announced this Gamerverse set that had a bunch of figures that went up for pre-order this week. And they all sold out real quick, and now they're on eBay for lots of money. One of the sets has Wolverine, Tiger Stripe Wolverine versus who's he? Some silver guy. I forget who he is.
Silver Samurai.
Silver, of course, Silver Samurai. So the Wolverine was a new sculpt. Had a ball jointed torso, from the pecs up, so he could get a real deep bend. And then there's some speculation that he has a ball jointed waist too. You can kind of see here where it looks like it might be ball jointed. No confirmation of that yet. But the thing that really stood out to people is that he's got single joint elbows instead of the double joint. And people are like, Hasbro cutting back on articulation, trying to save the buck. But honestly, it looks like you get a pretty deep bend, and I think it looks better than having that weird extra piece there that like no human has.
It looks
like
pretty
I
clean.
think this looks much more natural. It looks very clean, and you get a deep bend. So I think this is a good thing. But obviously there are some articulation junkies out there, which I would count myself among them, who are afraid that they're not going to get the range of movement that they got on other Wolverine figures. And to that I say, just swap the arms if you're so concerned. I like that they're trying something different because they've done so many Wolverines. Try something different. See if it works. If not, well, you get another shot when they do Ultimate Wolverine. Or what do they call it? Maximum Marvel Legends?
Yes,
I'm sure that's coming. So this is a fun figure. Hopefully, I don't know if this is a GameStop one. I was like, I want to get it on clearance. So it's like Amazon or Target. My only chances.
Anything else?
I stopped by Five Below and they had some water guns. And I was like, oh, that looks straight out of Starship Troopers or something. Like, that's pretty heavy duty for a water gun. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I wonder what that would look like painted up like an actual, like futuristic weapon. And so I threw it in the AI and look at that. Look at that.
Wild.
Look at that. That looks pretty hardcore. Like, that's pretty good. You could do that if you got some black paint and silver and smudged it on there. That's like a real thing. Let's see. Care Bears, NECA, Hasbro, Ghostbusters, AMC, Marvel Legends. We did it! We hit all of the things we did hooks for.
Oh, wow.
Complete. Mission complete. Oh, and here's Vega from Street Fighter, who looks great. Vega, always one of my favorite Street Fighter characters because he had the claw like Wolverine. I think that was the extent of it. But he went up for pre-order, and he's a little more expensive, and he's not like a deluxe figure like Sagat. So I think just like the base price on these figures is going up, which is too bad because the Street Fighter figures were pretty reasonable. I think they were around $20 for a while. So that's too bad to lose that. But, the economy, Oh, Hot Toys doing one of the Wolverine variants from Deadpool and Wolverine. And this is Age of Apocalypse Wolverine with that missing hand. Yeah. And, he's got real hair. I don't know. This is their special collection that has like real hair. Because there was that other company that made that really nice Batman Begins figure that everyone liked. That company also did like rooted hair. That's what it is. Rooted hair. So Hot Toys is like, no one can be better than us. We're going to do rooted hair. And they're doing it. He's also got rooted beard, which is something else. Now, the likeness looks bananas. Like, this is Hugh Jackman, 100%. And the hair is, like, crazy in the movie. So maybe this is effective here, but it looks crazy as hell. Like, it just looks crazy.
It does.
I want to, like, know someone that collects Hot Toys and go see how they display them. Like, how many Hot Toys, like, what's the production run on something like this? How many do you think these exist in the world?
It's probably small. Probably very
under
small.
1,000?
No.
I just can't imagine.
More than that.
How many? They're so expensive.
They are.
But very fun. Very fun. Here's some of the Marvel Legends that went up for pre-order this week. This is my NPR voice. And this week on the Reluctant Nub podcast, we talked to the man behind Marvel Legends. Johnny Legends. There we go. Is this Weapon X? Is that what they call him when he's naked?
Yeah.
Weapon X, yeah. He's very naked. I'm sure people will be using this body for all your naked figures. No sculpted anatomy though. You're gonna have to do that yourself. All right, very good. Did you have anything else? Did you have any other stories about almost getting killed, trying to save an animal or anything?
No. That was the highlight of my week.
That was a good story.
Heroin. Thank you.
You should have tagged that turtle to see if that turtle shows up somewhere. Like, is he out causing havoc for other people? Is he? I bet he is. All right, then. Very good. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.